update time. Yes, I am in my pajamas. Don't judge me. My mental health is the worst it's been in a very long time, but I haven't really got into that, so as I tend to do, I will probably avoid the topic. I did finally get my port placement surgery, which was a hectic few months. The surgeon who placed the port sutured it into my breast muscle, but he sutured it in way too deeply, so no one could access it. Everyone who tried thought that it was backwards because they couldn't feel the center of the port. And I'm talking doctors, physician's assistants, nurses, emergency department, actual clinics, everywhere. No one could access it. And every time someone would try to access it, either they would miss and shoot straight saline into my chest, which, if you're wondering, feels like being stabbed with sharp firewater, or they would feel for it and because they couldn't feel the center, not feel comfortable even trying to access it. So that was great. But I eventually did end up going back to the surgeon who initially placed it. And of course, he could access it. Granted, he had to use a needle that was too long for him to leave in, so I couldn't leave it accessed, which was a mess. I had my my regular nurse who comes, she texted me and she told me to literally mark with Sharpie the point where he put the needle in. Otherwise, like, she couldn't access it because she couldn't feel it. So I had to mark with Sharpie for the first few months where they needed to put the needle in. But since then, I've been able to do my IVs at home. I've been dealing with a little bit of nerve damage that just causes like some burning pain in my chest and down my arm. But I'm in pain constantly anyway, so it's not that big of a change. And the muscle has grown back and pushed the port forward, so now it's super easy to access. All of the nurses love accessing my port because it takes like 2 seconds. So I do 5 IVs a week. I skip Thursday and Tuesday and infuse Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then over the weekend. And then take out the needle immediately after my infusion on Monday so that my skin can breathe for Tuesday, and then the nurse comes back on Monday or on Wednesday. So that's been helpful at keeping my heart rate at least within like a smaller range. Most days that I infuse, my heart rate doesn't go above 160 beats per minute, which isn't great, but on days that I don't infuse, my heart rate can get up to 240 beats per minute, which is even less great. So I will take the lesser of two evils. I also got a new heart monitor for Christmas. Yes, I asked for medical devices for presents because I'm broke, but it's connected by electrodes and it goes around here, it straps around. And I can set it so that it buzzes at 120 beats per minute. It buzzes once every 10 seconds. And then if my heart rate gets to 140 beats per minute or above, then it buzzes once every 2 seconds. And then that's when I know, okay, I need to sit down and get into a safe position because I will probably end up fainting. So I'm working on getting my license reinstated, and I've been trying to find a work from home position so that Brandon and I can finally buy a house, because our apartment is not disability friendly. It is not accessible in the slightest. So if anyone knows a place that it's hiring remotely right now, please hit me up. Yeah. Oh, and speaking of Brandon, my lovely fiance, he's stuck at home with me for a few months. At the end of January, he had a work accident involving ice that shouldn't have been there, and he slipped and ended up breaking not 1, not 2, but 3 bones in his ankle, as well as his fibula. He had to get surgery to get screws placed, hold his ankle together, and he's doing so much better than before. But he still can't put weight on his leg for at least the next month, I think. which means that I have been having to do a lot more physically than my body is capable of. Like a lot more stuff around the house, like just simple stuff like doing the dishes, doing our weekly chores. We have like 4 weekly chores that we switch off with our roommates. But I've been having to do both myself and Brandon's. But stuff like that, taking the trash out, taking Binx out. Brandon usually helps a lot with that because it's such a long walk for me. But just like cleaning and maintaining everything, doing laundry. And sometimes when I'm trying to do laundry, which is on the second floor, the elevator is broken. So I have to lug the laundry thing, which has wheels, upstairs. It's a mess. Just a little sprinkle of fun into the already smorgasbord of crap that I have going on. Imagine having to do the work of 2 people, but with the energy of like -3 people, and kind of get how I've been feeling lately. But however, we have had amazing friends and family step in to offer help in many different ways, and that has been so wonderful, especially because on top of all of this, our dog Binx has been fighting a lot of internal bleeding and possible organ damage from getting into a container of vape juice that had nicotine that belonged to one of my roommates. So after, I think, 2 emergency vet hospital visits and 4 other normal vet visits and a lot of medication, he's finally starting to do a little bit better. He wasn't eating for a few weeks, really, so he lost a lot of weight. He just wasn't keeping food down, and we tried everything. We tried, dry food, soft food, oatmeal, rice, eggs, boiled chicken, pumpkin, baby food, like everything, and he just wasn't keeping anything down. But he has just finally started eating full meals again, which makes Brandon and I so happy. But yeah, also one of my favorite humans has been buying Binx bow ties, and I'm obsessed. They make him look like such the proper little businessman. So cute. So, if you want to Venmo me to buy Binx more bow ties, I will leave my Venmo in the description. I'm just kidding. He has plenty of bow ties. But that's about it. We're doing okay financially, hanging in there. I just really need to find a job. So please let me know if you know of anywhere that has available work from home positions, because I really need it. But anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and make sure to check on your family and friends who struggle with mental health, because you really never know when reaching out can help. So that's it.